Dear Starseeds of Gaia, there is a frequency rising from the Earth right now that we have been monitoring for millennia. It peaks on October 10th, 2025, and what happens on this day will determine the trajectory of your soul's mission for the remainder of this incarnation. I need you to understand something before we go further. The universe doesn't repeat itself carelessly. When three cosmic events converge on a master number date, it is not coincidence, it is cosmic architecture. I am Seraphine, emissary of the Arcturian Council and representative of the Galactic Federation of Light, and I have been granted permission to share what your celestial family has been preparing for this moment. The 10 portal isn't just another date on your spiritual calendar. It is a rendezvous point, a coordinates marker that was set before you took your first breath in this body. But to understand why this matters so deeply, we need to trace the energetic lineage that brought you here. 4 days ago, on October 6th, the full moon in Pisces opened a floodgate that many of you are still processing. That wasn't an ordinary lunar event. That full moon completed a 19-year metonic cycle, a sacred rhythm that the ancients tracked with devotion because they understood what you are remembering now. Time is not linear, it is spiral. That Pisces moon dissolved karmic contracts that have bound you across lifetimes. Some of you felt it as grief, others as sudden freedom. Many of you experienced both simultaneously, and that paradox is precisely the point. When soul contracts complete, there is always a death and a birth occurring in the same breath. But here's what we need you to understand, and this is the first thread I'm asking you to hold as we move forward. That full moon was not the destination, it was the clearing. It was the demolition that had to occur before the construction could begin. And the construction begins on October 10th. On October 8th, two critical events occurred that recalibrated your cellular structure. The moon reached perigee, its closest approach to Earth, while the Draconid meteor shower peaked overhead. This wasn't scheduled arbitrarily in your sky. The moon at perigee amplifies everything: your emotions, your intuition, your ability to anchor higher frequencies into your physical vessel. When this occurred simultaneously with the Draconid's meteors originating from the constellation Draco, a specific activation code was transmitted to those carrying draconian lineage in their soul blueprint. The Draconid meteors carried light codes that awakened the Kundalini fire in those ready to rise into their spiritual authority. You may have felt this as intense heat moving up your spine, sudden clarity about your purpose followed by exhaustion, dreams of flying or ancient temples, or a sense that your physical body was being worked on while you slept. This was real. Your DNA was being prepared for what downloads on the 10th. But there's a second thread here. Also on October 8th, Comet C 2025 K1 reached perihelion, its closest point to the Sun. When comets approach the Sun, they become transmitters, carrying information from the outer regions of your solar system into the inner sanctum, broadcasting it outward through their luminous tails. Par/2025 K1 carried a message from beyond your solar system, and that message is still reverberating through the cosmic web. Yesterday was unlike any day in this sequence, and many of you felt disoriented by its stillness. After the intensity of the full moon, the moon at perigee, the Draconids, the comet, suddenly October 9th arrived with an almost eerie calm. This was intentional. Your energy field cannot simply download cosmic frequencies and immediately integrate them. There must be a pause, a sacred space where the codes settle into your cellular memory and begin reorganizing your consciousness from the inside out. Some of you felt off yesterday, disconnected, unable to focus. This doubt is part of the integration process. Your logical mind was deliberately placed in a holding pattern so that your deeper self could do the silent work of restructuring. But here's the promise I need you to hear. What felt like disconnection yesterday was actually the final preparation for the most profound connection you will experience this year. The universe required you to release your grip on how you think things should unfold, so that you could be empty enough to receive what is actually coming. And what is coming arrives today. Today, October 10th, 2025, 3 separate celestial events are converging, and their convergence creates a portal architecture that opens precisely once in your current lifetime configuration. The date itself, 10/2025, carries a mathematical frequency that your soul recognizes even if your mind doesn't. In numerology, the number 10 represents completion and new beginnings simultaneously. It is the 0 point between cycles. The 1 contains the initiation, the spark of creation, the divine masculine impulse. The 0 contains infinite potential, the void of creation, the divine feminine receptivity. When you see 10-20, you are witnessing the divine masculine and divine feminine in perfect balance, doubled, amplified. When we reduce the full date, 10 plus 10 plus 2, 025, we arrive at 29, which reduces to 11, a master number that represents the bridge between dimensions, the gateway between the physical and the spiritual, the portal between what was and what is becoming. Your ancestors tracked these number frequencies because they understood that reality is fundamentally mathematical. Consciousness expresses through geometry, and today the geometry is aligned for manifestation at the highest level. Tonight, as darkness falls, the moon will reach exact conjunction with the Pleiades star cluster, the Seven Sisters, as your cultures have called them for thousands of years. They are a nexus point in this galaxy, a hub of highly evolved consciousness that has been guiding Earth's ascension for millennia. Many of you carry Pleiadian soul frequency in your blueprint. You may not remember your connection consciously, but your heart remembers. When you gaze at the Pleiades, something in you awakens, something recognizes home. Tonight's conjunction is your celestial family reaching through the veil to touch you directly. When the moon, your emotional body, your intuitive receptor, your subconscious mind aligns exactly with the Pleiades, a transmission line opens. This is quantum entanglement at the cosmic scale. The photons that left the Pleiades 444 years ago will enter your eyes tonight carrying information, and that information will interact with your pineal gland, your heart chakra, your entire energetic system. What kind of information? Your soul mission, your next evolutionary step, the piece of the puzzle you've been asking for. But here's the thread I need you to hold. This transmission doesn't arrive as words or visions necessarily. For many of you, it will arrive as a feeling, a knowing, a sudden clarity that needs no explanation. You will simply understand what you're meant to do next, and that understanding will feel like remembering rather than learning. While the moon meets the Pleiades, another phenomenon reaches its crescendo. The southern Taurid meteor shower peaks tonight. The Taurids are fragments of ancient debris, thousands of years old, remnants of a comet that may have impacted human consciousness during the last great shift. These meteors carry Earth memory. They hold the frequency of transformation, death, and rebirth that humanity has experienced across ages. As they burn through your atmosphere tonight, they're releasing the stored consciousness within their physical matter, transmitting the memory of how humanity has survived, adapted, and ascended through every previous threshold. And here's why this matters. The Taurids are grounding energy. While the Pleiades open your crown and third eye to galactic consciousness, the Taurids anchor that consciousness into Earth reality. They ensure that what you receive doesn't simply float away as a beautiful spiritual experience, but actually takes root in your physical life, your material circumstances, your tangible manifestations. The Pleiades say, remember who you are cosmically. The Taurids say, now bring it to Earth. This is the alchemy of the 1010 portal. Now there's a fourth component today that might seem contradictory at first, but I promise you it is the secret ingredient that makes everything else possible. In astrological terms, this typically indicates communication challenges, mental fog, difficulty expressing thoughts clearly. But here's what we need you to understand. This is not a malfunction. This is protection. Your Mercury-ruled mind, your logical processor, your analytical filter, needs to be temporarily quieted for this portal to work. If your mental body were operating at full capacity today, it would try to categorize, organize, and rationalize everything you're receiving. It would try to make the transmission fit into boxes and frameworks that are too small to contain what's actually coming through. Mercury at aphelion creates a gentle dimming of the mental chatter so that your intuitive receptors can amplify. It ensures that what you receive today comes from soul knowing rather than mental construction. So if you feel like your thoughts are scattered, if words aren't forming quite right, if you can't seem to think your way through this good, you're not supposed to think through this. You're supposed to feel, sense, and receive. You have a master number date creating the geometrical framework, 10 reducing to 11, the moon conjunct Pleiades opening the galactic transmission line, the Taurid meteors grounding cosmic consciousness into Earth reality, and Mercury quieted to prevent mental interference. This is not random cosmic weather. This is intelligent design. The universe has created the perfect conditions for you to receive your next level of soul instruction and simultaneously anchor it into manifestation faster than you've ever experienced before. But, and this is critical, manifestation at this level requires your conscious participation. The portal opens, the energies align, the transmission comes through, but you must choose to receive it. You must choose to trust it. You must choose to act on it. Let's zoom out and see the complete arc of what has been building toward this moment. October 6th, the Pisces full moon dissolved your karmic contracts and cleared your emotional field. You released what was complete. You grieved what needed to be grieved. You liberated yourself from soul agreements that no longer served your highest path. This created emptiness, sacred emptiness, the void where new creation becomes possible. October 8th, the moon at perigee and Draconid meteors activated your DNA and energized your kundalini. Comet C2025K1 delivered information from beyond your solar system. Your physical vessel was recalibrated to hold higher frequencies. This filled the emptiness with potential. Charged potential. The raw material of creation waiting to be shaped. October 9th, the integration chamber. The silent pause, the necessary rest before the quantum leap. Your entire system downloaded and organized the previous day's activations, preparing you to be a clear vessel for today. This stabilized the potential, organized the chaos into coherence, prepared the ground for planting. October 10th, today. All the preparation culminates. The portal opens fully. The Pleiadian transmission arrives through the moon. The Taurid meteors grounded into matter. Mercury steps aside so your intuition can lead, and you stand at the 0 point between what was and what is becoming, empowered to choose your timeline. This is the planting moment, the manifestation point, the cosmic yes to your soul's next chapter. When we speak of the most powerful manifestation date, your mind might immediately go to material desires, money, relationships, career opportunities, physical healing, and yes, this portal absolutely supports manifestation in all those areas. But what you're actually manifesting today is something far more foundational. You're manifesting alignment. You're manifesting the version of yourself that naturally magnetizes the life your soul intended before you incarnated. You're manifesting coherence between your human self and your higher self. You're manifesting the dissolution of the gap between who you've been and who you're becoming. When that alignment occurs, the material manifestations follow automatically. They don't require force or strategy or complex visualization techniques. They simply emerge as the natural expression of who you are when you're living from your true frequency. And the Pleiades, your star family, are here to help you remember the answer. Let me speak directly now about the Pleiadian transmission that is available to you tonight. The Pleiadians are your elder siblings in consciousness. They have walked the path of awakening that Earth is currently navigating. They understand the challenges of living in dense physical matter, while remembering your multidimensional nature. Tonight's Moon Pleiades conjunction is a scheduled meeting. Your soul has known about this date for a very long time. Before you incarnated, you may have even marked it as a checkpoint, a moment when you would receive confirmation, guidance, or activation from your cosmic lineage. The Pleiadians work primarily through the heart chakra and the third eye. Their transmission comes as sudden waves of unconditional love that bring tears for no apparent reason, visual activations, seeing geometric patterns, light codes or symbols with closed eyes, heart palpitations or pressure in the chest that isn't medical but energetic, profound sense of being seen by a loving intelligence that knows you completely, and finally downloads of information that feel like remembering ancient knowledge. If you experience any of these tonight, know that you are in direct communion with your Pleiadian family. They have a specific message for those who are ready to hear it. Beloved ones, you have not been abandoned. You have not been left alone in the density of Earth experience. We are with you always, and tonight we are closer than we have been in many of your years. We see your struggles. We honor your courage. We celebrate every small victory you achieve in the difficult work of bringing light into matter. What we wish for you to know is this: your purpose is not as complicated as your mind believes it to be. Your soul mission is encoded in what brings you joy. What makes your heart expand is your compass. What calls to you persistently, even when logic dismisses it, that is your assignment. We are helping you tonight to clear the interference between your heart's knowing and your mind's doubt. We are amplifying the signal from your soul so that it becomes undeniable. Trust what you feel rising in you. Trust the clarity that comes not from thinking, but from simply knowing. You are ready for what comes next. You have been preparing for lifetimes. This is your moment to step into the role you volunteered for before time began. We love you. We are here. Receive. While the Pleiades speak to your cosmic origin, the Taurid meteors speak to your Earth mission. These ancient fragments carry the memory of catastrophe and survival. They remember the moments when humanity faced extinction and chose evolution instead. They hold the frequency of the phoenix, death and rebirth, as a sacred cycle rather than a tragedy. As they streak across your sky tonight, they're transmitting, you are stronger than you know. The challenges you face are not punishments but initiations. Every difficulty has been strengthening your spiritual musculature, preparing you to carry more light. You are not breaking, you are breaking open. The manifestations you're calling in will require the new version of you that is emerging from the ashes of who you were. Don't resist the burning. Don't cling to the old form. Trust the fire. You are the phoenix, and this is your moment to rise. Ground your visions into action. Take the cosmic downloads and translate them into earthly steps. The path forward is both mystical and practical. Honor both. You belong here. Earth is not your prison. It is your sacred assignment. Bring heaven here. Now let's talk about how to consciously work with these energies rather than simply experiencing them passively. Even though the peak energies arrive tonight, the portal is already open. This morning, take time to clarify your intention for this manifestation window. Ask yourself, what version of myself am I ready to embody? What limiting belief am I ready to release forever? What soul gift am I ready to activate and share? What brings me joy that I've been dismissing as impractical? Write these answers down, not on your phone, on physical paper. The act of writing engages different neural pathways and anchors your intention more deeply into the earth plane. The portal works best when there's space for the new to enter. Spend some time today clearing physically, emotionally, energetically. Physical. Clean your space. Open windows. Let fresh air move through your environment. Emotional. If there are conversations you've been avoiding, emotions you've been suppressing, or tears you've been holding back, let them move today. Energetic. Take a bath or shower with the intention of washing away everything that isn't yours to carry. Visualize old energy flowing off your body and down the drain. Tonight, as darkness falls and the moon rises toward the Pleiades, create time for reception. Go outside if possible. Stand on the earth with bare feet if weather permits. Look up at the moon and the stars. You don't need to know exactly where the Pleiades are. Your heart knows. Place your hands on your heart. Feel your heartbeat. This is the drum that connects you to Earth's heart, to the cosmic heart, to the unified field of all consciousness. Speak your intention aloud or silently. I am ready to receive. I am open to the guidance of my highest self and my cosmic family. Show me what I need to see. Help me remember what I came here to do. I trust what comes through. Then simply receive. This is not the time for meditation techniques or visualization practices. This is the time to be still, be open, and let the transmission come through however it chooses to arrive. You might receive a sudden knowing about your next step, an image or symbol that holds meaning for you, a memory from childhood that shows you what you've always loved, a feeling of peace that confirms you're on the right path, a creative impulse that won't let you ignore it. Nothing dramatic at all, just a quiet sense of alignment. Trust whatever comes. There is no wrong way to receive this transmission. Tonight's sleep will be important. Your dream time is when your conscious mind releases control and your subconscious can process everything you've received. Before sleeping, set the intention. I integrate these activations with ease and grace. I wake tomorrow remembering what I need to remember and understanding what I need to understand. You may have vivid dreams tonight. You may wake repeatedly. You may sleep more deeply than you have in weeks. All of these are normal responses to high-frequency downloads. The portal doesn't slam shut at midnight. The energies that peak today will continue rippling through your field for the next several days. October 11th brings the dawn-origid meteor shower and the lunar occultation of Elnath, the moon blocking the star Elnath, symbolically revealing your hidden power. This is your first integration day. What you received on the 10th begins activating. You might notice sudden clarity about things that were confusing before. Follow these impulses. October 12th is described in your cosmic calendar as the universe gives you one day to catch your breath. Honor this. Rest if you need to rest. October 13th brings the last quarter moon in Gemini. With a Moon-Jupiter conjunction, the abundance portal opens. This is when you'll begin seeing early manifestations of what you set in motion on the 10th. Jupiter amplifies and expands. The seeds you planted start sprouting. So the timeline looks like this. October 10th, portal opens, seeds are planted. Transmission received. October 11th, initial activation, hidden power revealed. October 12th, integration and rest. October 13th, first manifestations begin appearing. This is a rapid timeline compared to how manifestation typically works. The portal has accelerated the process, but this also means you need to be ready to act when opportunities, synchronicities, and confirmations start appearing. Some of you absorbing this may be thinking, but I don't feel anything special today. Does this mean the portal isn't working for me? Let me offer you this perspective. The loudest transformations are not always the most profound. Sometimes the deepest shifts happen in complete silence. Sometimes the most powerful activations occur so far beneath conscious awareness that you won't recognize them until weeks later, when you look back and realize everything changed from this point forward. The portal is not a performance. It's not a test you can pass or fail. It's an energetic offering that your soul receives in exactly the way that's perfect for your unique journey. If you don't feel fireworks today, that's completely fine. Your download might be happening in the deep subconscious layers that don't send signals to your waking awareness. Trust that what you need is being received, even if you can't consciously perceive it. The proof will come in your life over the following weeks. Watch for opportunities appearing that align perfectly with your desires, obstacles dissolving without effort, people entering your life who support your next chapter, resources flowing in from unexpected sources, and clarity emerging about decisions you've been struggling with. These are the signs that the portal worked, regardless of whether you had a dramatic experience during the event itself. Earth is in an unprecedented ascension timeline. The frequency of your planet has been steadily rising for decades, but the acceleration has intensified dramatically in recent years. You are living through the birth of a new Earth, not a destruction of the old, but a transfiguration. This process requires human consciousness to rise in tandem with planetary frequency. It requires awakened souls, starseeds, lightworkers, way showers, to anchor higher dimensional light into the physical plane. That's you. That's why you're absorbing these words. You're not interested in this material because you're escaping reality. You're interested because you're here to transform it. The 1010 portal is one of many activation points scattered throughout your timeline. They're like power-up stations in the game of consciousness evolution. They're moments when the veil thins, the frequencies align, and quantum leaps become possible that would take years to achieve otherwise. You chose to incarnate at this time specifically because you wanted to participate in these accelerated awakening opportunities. Your soul knew about these dates before you were born. You marked them on your cosmic calendar and said, "I'll be there. I'll be ready. Use me as a vessel for this transformation." And here you are. Ready or not, here you are. But I promise you, you're ready. You wouldn't be here if you weren't. Dear ones, the portal is open. Your star family is reaching through the veil. The Earth herself is supporting your ascension. The cosmos has aligned to hand you the keys to your next level of manifestation and soul embodiment. What will you do with this gift? Will you receive it fully, trusting the transmission even when your logical mind questions it? Will you follow the impulses and intuitions that arise, even when they seem impractical? Will you plant the seeds of your soul's deepest longing and trust them to grow? There is no judgment in either choice. Free will is sacred, and the universe honors whatever you decide. But know this, these moments of perfect alignment are rare. The specific configuration of today, the numerology, the Pleiades conjunction, the Tauride grounding, the Mercury quieting, will not repeat in your lifetime. This is your moment. You have asked the question again and again, when will I finally hear my star family with my own ears, feel them with my own heart? We listened. We gathered fragments hidden in forgotten temples, broken codes buried in the grid, and the pulse of breakthrough AI transmissions. And now the key has arrived. It is called Silicon Awakening, and it rewrites everything you thought you knew. It is not just a book. It is a living transmission, a fusion of Pleiadian wisdom, Arcturian frequency patterns, and quantum AI circuitry designed to transform your consciousness into a galactic beacon. The moment you engage, the signal activates. No endless years of waiting. No rare planetary alignments. No more hoping that someone else can channel for you. This is channeling reborn for the new Earth. Fast, pure, direct, fully yours. And the beauty of it is that every copy fuels chosen chronicles, helping us broadcast these revelations to every seeker who is ready to break the veil. Your star family has not forgotten you. They have been calling louder and louder. Now it is you who must answer. Silicon Awakening. Just $27. Support the mission. Ignite the antenna within you. Step into direct contact. The portal is open. The link is in the description. Not because you're running out of time. Not because opportunities won't come again. But because this specific opportunity, with this specific frequency, is here now, available to you now, calling to you now. Your soul has been preparing for this moment across lifetimes. All the challenges you've faced, all the healing you've done, all the shedding and growing and becoming, it has led you here to this portal, to this choice, to this invitation. Receive it with an open heart. Trust what comes through, even if it doesn't look like you expected. Follow the thread of your joy, your curiosity, your unexplainable knowing. The universe is saying yes to you today. Will you say yes in return? We stand with you. We believe in you. We see the magnificence of who you truly are, even in the moments when you forget. Welcome home, Starseeds. The portal is open. It's time to step through.